that's how we.
That's how we're gonna start the Gisele Bundchen story.
If I've even seen her name right. So apparently Tom Brady, as you know, got roasted. I guess it's going to be like a Netflix special. It was like a 3-hour roast.
I think it's out already.
It's out, yeah. But I mean,
I've seen the pieces. The pieces are good.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it was like they were really intense. And they were going after him about like everything, and
it's just a typical roast. That's the thing. If you're not willing to stand up there,
he obviously volunteered for it.
He knows.
Right.
What's
He knows
coming.
He knows what's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what's coming. You know, Nikki Glaser is going to mention her vagina, and then 2 or 3 of the worst things that have happened in your life.
Yeah.
She's going to somehow work it in there to make sure everybody knows exactly what happened to you.
Yeah.
And her vagina.
Yeah. So the funniest part is, of course, there was the roast, and they told some jokes about like his divorce, and was she cheating on him when she got together with her jiu-jitsu? They keep calling him a karate instructor, but he's really like a jiu-jitsu instructor.
Right.
And so Kevin Hart said, "Oh, she's taking 8 karate lessons a day, and she's still a white belt." And then,
dude, that was funny.
And then I think the other comics.
So you guys both watched the whole thing from start to finish?
No, I didn't. I didn't watch.
Okay,
Just
neither, because I haven't either.
No, I just saw a clip, and then I saw a clip, and then one guy he goes, "It must be tough. She has a new boyfriend that could eat her ass and beat yours too." That was a good one.
So I really thought about this when I was watching the clips, like you guys did, that the 3 of us should honestly get together and watch that 1-hour show.
I'm fine with
that.
that.
I'll watch. I haven't seen a good roast in a long time. I actually remember like Dean Martin back in the day. That was the Dean Martin roast back in the 70s. Yeah, that was the last time.
So the 3 of us should get together and watch this very specific roast of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Just for our listeners, because of how much time last year we spent talking about Tom Brady and his ex-wife, because there was a lot.
There was a lot.
It was a whole thing. Oh, we didn't bring up Tom. We talked about Tom Brady like every show.
So wait, hold on a second. We didn't talk about Tom Brady.
When
every
I say
show.
we, I don't mean me.
Yeah, and you don't mean me.
I don't need. Yeah.
Well, I'm not even a Tom Brady. I just thought the whole thing's amusing. So here's the takeaway. Here's the takeaway from what I was trying to say. So the takeaway is, of course, she predictably got quote unquote upset, and she was quote unquote disappointed because she felt she was under attack because her life's quote unquote not a joke. And here's what she said. She goes,
wait, is this a new thing, quote unquote? Are you going to keep doing that?
So anyway, so she claims that she's helping people in Brazil, where she's from. I guess there's like devastating flooding out there, and she's working tirelessly to help them. Like, what you grabbed a latte at 8 a.m. You rang your personal assistant, and then you wrote a check for like what $5,000 to donate, or did they actually helicopter you into the flood zone and you were like helping people with sandbags?
Whoa. Hold on a second.
She's exhausted.
Do you have any idea how heavy a sandbag it is and what it can do to a fresh manicure? Do you have any? Yeah, Ted, you clearly have never, ever been in a flood situation. Yeah, because you would know right away that she's not going to do that.
So, but the funniest thing was, I'm reading actually the comments in some of these stories about it, like she's upset and quote unquote she's disappointed with him. I did it again.
So
I know
it's going to be a thing.
No, it's not going to be a thing. And so basically, I said like one of the commenters said, of course, predictably she's a joyless, humorless person. She just kind of seems that type of person, right? That would get upset immediately over something, completely humorless.
I mean, I guess
they didn't go after his kids. They just went after. I mean,
right. You know what the hard part is? The hard part is that someone is making fun of something that was obviously
and she's a public figure,
traumatic in her life. But
he's a public.
But
figure.
you know what though? Just because you're a public figure,
yeah,
right? It doesn't give everybody the right to shit all over you all the time. I feel like that's one of the things. Like you watch this sports stuff.
I don't think that's
and
ever
they're
happened.
really, really mean to some of these people, especially college kids. And I've said this before.
Yeah. That's different. But this is specific. This is he's going in there knowingly and voluntarily that he knows they're going to go after him.
She didn't.
Oh, she didn't. Yeah, but I think.
Robert Kraft didn't either volunteer to be.
Okay, but Robert Kraft, that was funny as fuck.
But
I know
the stuff about
Gronkowski didn't. I mean,
Gronk was there.
I know
with the massage. So
so was Kraft.
Yeah.
Remember Kraft got the massage at like some Asian massage parlor in Florida for like $40.
Not,
of course it's funny.
Come on,
and they had it on video. And they had it on videotape. That's why. And I guess like the reason that case was dismissed is because they were videotaping it illegally. But he still got a hand job for $40, and he's a billionaire. And you couldn't hire. It's like the guy with a $40 million baseball contract who pays a hooker $25 and it's like undercover cop and he gets busted. And he loses his contract. You can't hire $1,000 escorts from somewhere to just
Ted, we know you are on record as saying if you're wealthy, you should have a wealthy man's hand job. I think we all know.
Deshaun Watson's still learning that as we speak.
Dude, he did not. And again, he's the same exact thing. He didn't get a wealthy man's hand job. So he's in trouble, but not in that much trouble, right?
Not that much trouble, yeah.
Because he's got what, a $300 million guaranteed
With the
contract
with the Cleveland, yeah. So actually he did better, yeah. So after he left the Texans,
But Kraft didn't do anything wrong.
No, I mean,
No, it
so
was
he got a
mutual
hand job.
agreement.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
It's a
with
mutual
it.
agreement.
I know it's
he
against
agreed
the
to give
law.
her $40, and she agreed to give him a hand
a
job.
74-year-old man got a hand job by a 53-year-old woman. Yeah, like I said, it's not keeping me up at night. It's
No.
it's okay. It's going to be okay.
What I mean by that is Deshaun Watson is being accused of.
Oh, that's totally different.
Yeah,
He-
it's
he
totally
forced himself
different.
on somebody.
I mean, prostitution. I mean, paying for sex. Technically, it should not be a crime. I mean, if it's a mutual, it's a business. I mean, if you could do fucking drugs, if you can own a gun, if you could, I mean, if all these things are legal, why isn't prostitution?
Well,
legal?
it is legal in
There
Clark
are
County.
some
It is
people-
it is legal in Clark. Well, it's only legal in Clark County, Nevada, and obviously in different parts of the world. But in the United States, Clark County, Nevada
Okay,
is the
I
only
mean,
place
so
that's
it's
legal.
not legal in the United States of America.
In Clark County, Nevada,
but it is.
I get that,
Yeah.
Matt. I
Yeah.
get that, Ted. But that's like a 10-mile radius in the entire United States of America.
That's correct. But
It's
but
a long way to go for a
What
hand
I'm
job.
saying is,
I'm not going that far, by the way.
I'm just not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it should not be like. I mean,
Well, I think it's the trafficking.
kind of healthy. I,
I
mean,
think
some people can't.
No. I think part of the thing is it's the trafficking part of people who are being forced to be there.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
correct,
That's the part.
There's
of
a lot of overlap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the underage element to it.
No, I mean, Kraft went
Yeah.
to an establishment where
Yes.
they ask you, "Would you like me to give you a hand job for
Wait,
$40?"
They don't call it a hand job. They call it a happy ending, I believe.
What do you call
Or
it? It doesn't matter.
a deluxe massage.
That's racist, Ted.
A deluxe massage.
That's
a
what you
premier-
get. That's
a
what you get.
premier-
That's a McDonald's thing, deluxe massage.
Would you like a regular massage or would you like a premier massage?
You want,
you
you
like
want a
a-
deluxe or just a Happy
Yeah.
Meal?
Would you like a deluxe with a large fries while I give? Yeah, that's terrible.
Would you like a deluxe hot large fry?
There
They
you
call
go.
you large fry.
See, that would make you feel.
That's
yes,
even more
of course.
racist.
No.
And I guess one more fallout from that
Short
roast.
fry.
One more fallout from that roast. I don't know the details, but I guess Ben Affleck I guess he went on some rant against Tom Brady, where even like his wife J-Lo, like I guess she's like not split up with him, but she's like kind of distancing herself from him. I don't know what he did, but I guess he like
Wait,
went
at the roast?
So we
At
have
the
to
roast.
see this.
Yeah, he went like
Is he,
overboard.
is he
yeah.
back on the juice?
Oh, you think that roid rage is not a thing? Just so you know.
Roid rage. Oh, you think he's on? No,
What juice?
Talking about
alcohol. He's.
Oh, you think he was drinking?
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean-
all these guys quit drinking. I don't know.
Yeah.
They all quit drinking.
No, Ben Affleck was in and out of rehab, as I'm saying. And he said he's spouting off at the mouth.
Oh, well, if you've been in and out of rehab several times, you're bad at that.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and keep drinking.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
You suck at this.
It's not rehab.
Save you the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
it's reset.
it's- yeah.
Recalibrate.
When it becomes rehab,
Yeah.
then you suck at it. All right, let me do this real fast. The beginning of the show is brought to you by Plockman's Mustards, creating the highest quality mustard since 1883.
Plotchman's.
Try our over 20 unique mustards and mustard mixers. Plockman's Mustard. You fucking jag off. Plockman's Mustard, the original mustard. All right.
Ted, that pen doesn't work. So
Do you need you need another pen?
yeah, we need two more pens.
Oh, you need a pen?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, some quick updates from some things we haven't had them in a while. Let's see. Remember we were talking about people who are celebrity impersonators.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a note from Calvin Torts. He lives just outside of Dallas, Texas, and he said he has made a very good living as an Indiana Jones impersonator. He said if you are in Dallas, you can find him by going to gigsalad.com and find him. I saw his picture up there. I had to look and make sure it was a real person.
Tosssalad.com.
Gigsalad.com. Sorry, Calvin. I don't know why Mark is being a wiener about this stuff.
I did have a hot dog today.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's fucking horrible too.
Yeah. Ballpark hot dogs are awful.
No,
Unless
it
you get
wasn't
them
at
off
the ballpark. The ballpark hot dogs, I crave.
Oh, you got to get them off the grill.
I know, but we went. It's a long story. I'm very disappointed because I don't eat a lot of hot dogs. I maybe eat a hot dog every 6 months.
So where'd you get your hot dog from?
At fucking Bernie's before the game. Tell everybody I went to the Cubs game today, and we met at Bernie's, a bar right by Wrigley, and
Bamboo Bernie's?
It's not Bamboo Bernie's.
It's funny. There was actually a bar in
Okay.
I want to say in Denver called Bamboo Bernie's. It just triggered my memory. Or was it in Grant Park? I don't know.
You know what?
Bamboo Bernie's is on Lincoln.
Oh, that's right. That's Lincoln. That's Bamboo.
You know
Bernie's,
what?
yeah.
I think it's either down the street from
So
here
we were talking about a hot dog that I
or
had before the
Mumbai.
game.
Yeah, it's either in
So
Mumbai, India.
the hot dog that I had at Bernie's.
Was it good?
Which no, it was subpar. What happened was my brother ordered 2 hot dogs, and she said, "Do you want anything with those hot dogs? They just come with hot dogs." Because what else you got? She goes, "I got fries." He goes, "Well, give me a basket of fries." So I know what happened. She went and pulled the hot dogs out of the dirty water dogs. Put them on the buns, and then put the fries in the fryer. So the dogs were sitting out in the buns for like 10 minutes till the fries were done. So when we got the hot dogs, you doctor them up yourself. So it's just a dog on a bun. And when I got the hot dog, I touched it. I'm like, it's fucking cold. He's like, it's not cold.
Should never be that way.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
cold.
worse,
It was warm.
Yeah,
But
it's still not good.
It's
Yeah,
just as bad.
you know who's got a good hot dog is Duke's. I went to Duke's the
told
one
you
time,
that.
and
I
they
sent you
split
there.
it open,
Yeah.
and it's not bad.
Teddy, I sent you there.
Yeah, the Italian beef is okay. I still like Jay's better, but the hot dog was actually pretty good.
Yeah, they do a good job.
So did you complain to her and ask her for a new hot
No,
dog?
it wasn't that bad. I mean, I'm not. I really. I don't think I've ever in the history of. I mean, I've never complained. I've never.
What?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever sent food back or said anything.
Oh, hold on.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I did one time, and it was a hot dog incident. I'm sorry.
What did he answer that?
Okay.
The Chicago Dogs, the independent minor league baseball team in Rosemont,
Okay.
the inaugural year they opened. I went there with my family.
And you got a hot dog.
They had dollar jumbo hot dogs. Unbelievable, right? So we got there early with the kids. They do the batting practice, everything. So we go out there. I get in line with my son. I'm in line for like 10 minutes because they're dollar jumbo hot dogs. Everyone's in line.
Oh, everybody's in line. It's probably like 10,000,
wrapped
20,000 people there.
They're wrapped in foil. Yep. We get the hot dogs. We go back to the area to put your onions and mustard on the hot dog. And I open the hot dog, and I put my condiments on it. I take a bite, and it is ice cold. It is cold out of the refrigerator. And I spit it out. And my son's taking a bite and eating. I go, don't fucking eat it. And you're not going to get sick from it. It's kind of like it's cooked. I'm like, don't eat it. This is bullshit. I know it's only $1. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything, but they're cold.
Yeah,
like
they should-
cold,
at
like
least-
refrigerator
at
cold.
least be in a warmer. At least be in a
Yeah,
warmer.
well, I know what
Couldn't you
happened.
feel?
I've had cheap hot
You
dogs.
couldn't feel that it wasn't warm when they handed it to you?
No, because it was in foil.
Yeah, maybe
so
the bun.
I-
Maybe the bun is like
No,
lukewarm.
yes,
so,
you can. But, you're just in the moment. You don't like
Right.
nothing clicks. You're just like assuming.
You're about
hoping
to eat
for the best
a
because you waited in line
dollar
for
jumbo hot dog. So
Yeah.
this is like the
You're
third
wait-
best
you're-
day of your life.
You're hoping for the best.
That's
Yeah.
like that's like
You're hoping
that,
for the
a dollar hot dog is like penny beer night or like dollar Long Island iced tea night. It's not going to turn out good.
But
No.
it was
Dollar-
you'll like
So
this,
did you
man.
go back
It was
and-
dollar beer night, and it was a whole it was all sponsored by Leinenkugels. So it was it was $2 summer shandies.
I'm not a summer shandy guy.
Okay, so
I like
it-
the red.
Okay. Anyway, I mean, so yeah, I go back up in line, and I go back up, but there's a line, so I don't want to cut the line, so I don't know what the hell to do. So I go back up there, and long story short, I didn't even get to make my piece. I just threw the hot dog away and went back and sat down.
And you.
So I'm so
you
bad,
pissed
like that.
away
I
$2.
Couldn't find a microwave.
Well, it's not, I mean,
Couldn't
A
find
microwave at a
I'm
baseball
kid-
game.
Of course not. I'm just you didn't give it back and ask, could you just nuke this or something?
no.
Give me
What
a
I
warm
did
dog.
was I have this thing.
Did you
So I
yelp
went back
it?
out to the parking lot in my car. What I do is I start the car, and I took the hot dog out of the bun, and you put it in the exhaust pipe.
I'm not going to fall for the hot dog and the banana in the tailpipe.
Or just take the cigarette lighter and just gently heat it up the old-fashioned way. Oh, there's no more cigarette lighters, right? It's all
Normally,
it's all
what I
USB
do when I get
it's all
a
USB
cold
ports now.
footlong, normally what I do is if it's cold, I beat Ted across the forehead with it till it warms up. Okay, then once it's warmed up,
That brings back a lot of fond memories,
Yeah,
by the way.
Okay. All right, let's move on.
Can I get back to our
This is
updates?
bad. Dude. Are we on right now?
No.
Okay.
No one here, no one's hearing this.
Ray from Alberta, Canada, said he found something we might like, and I had to look this up too, when he was playing around on the internet. And I assumed when he said playing around on the internet that he was surfing for new porn sites like I like to do. The IDSF. Okay, so I had to look it up. It is, are you ready? The International Dwarf Sports Federation. It is a real thing,
Yeah.
and you have to do it. They have, they have records for various sports. I looked
Yeah.
at it very quickly
Yeah.
the other day. They have records for various dwarf sports.
Wait, how did this come up?
He just sent it to me. He just said, "This
Out
is
of the
something
blue,
you might like."
related to something?
He just said, "This is something."
Because I think we mentioned something about the movie Wolf of Wall Street and that scene.
yeah.
Did we or no?
No,
Okay.
we have, yeah, and so he just sent this out, said we might like this. John from Mobile, Alabama. We talked the other day about firing squads. Remember that?
No, Ted.
Whatever.
I mean, you know,
Ted,
cool.
Ted loves
Let me ask you a
Ted loves
question.
killing.
Let me ask you a question.
Hang on.
If you had to pick the way you died, how would you die? I would say, what's your top 3 ways? If you say,
what are you doing a skit now? What hill?
We're
Is
gonna-
that the hill you choose to die on?
No, I'm just saying if you knew you were going to be executed, but we're going to give you your top 3 choices. What's your number 1
Old
choice?
age.
No, that's my choice. No,
That's
no. Is that a choice?
It's not a choice.
Firing-
no isn't a choice.
Firing squad's kind of hot. I mean, you got to stand there. You're obviously the center of attention. You got like 5 people lined up, and it's just you.
Ted, you're the center of attention once a week.
What's his name in North Korea? It's better than his boy. He feeds them to the dogs, right?
Oh, he does.
Is that what Kim Jong
I don't know
Un
what he
does?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he fed his relatives to the dogs. He fed his brother-in-law,
His
somebody
uncle.
else's
His
his
uncle.
uncle. I'm sorry,
yeah.
his uncle. Yeah,
You know, I thought I
It's
heard
from the-
something
it's from
about
the-
that,
it's
but
horrible.
But it's from the wrong side of the family.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know.
but
Paternal.
I-
It's paternal
you
for
know,
sure.
Sometimes you just have a good old purge.
you know,
Dog,
It's a loyalty test.
Jesus, I'm glad I'm not related to you. John from Mobile, Alabama said people on the firing squad are almost always volunteers from the correction department. So, like I said, they're just bloodthirsty and they want to kill someone. And I think Ted is right. They probably want to have the bullet in their gun. He thinks I didn't get to look it up. He thinks a handful of states still use the firing squad.
Utah.
And I'm pretty sure
Utah
I
does.
did see that. And he actually said he heard more are going to enact it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Utah has the firing squad.
I guarantee you that if they didn't know the crime, they wouldn't volunteer. Nobody would in the right mind. Well, nobody would in the right mind should want to volunteer to kill another person.
Yeah, I'm not doing
But
that.
nobody, I think it would be less likely if they did not know the crime. These guys probably all know the crime ahead of time, and they spend months
Probably.
and justifying
We just
I'm going to
Google
kill
it.
this.
We
Yeah.
just Google it. I mean, like if someone's on death row, basically you could just Google them, and it'll come up exactly what they did. So there's no mystery.
So you're saying if he's like a child molester, you're going to be like, I want to kill a child molester.
Well, I'm sure there's. I mean,
But
there's-
the- but the
I mean,
funny
all
thing
of
is-
us kind of feel that
But
rage.
the funny thing is, you're not going to get the death penalty if you're being a child molester. Unfortunately, only people who commit capital murder are sentenced to death. So if you're a child molester, or even if you're the worst of the worst, unless you're in a different country, if you're in the United States, unless you actually kill another human being, you're not going to get the death penalty, assuming the state even has the death penalty. Like most of them don't.
So not using a turn signal is off the books. There's just no way I'm going to be able to volunteer to shoot all the people that don't use a goddamn turn signal. It's just not going to happen.
You know what I would have done
you can recall their
Stab
car.
them?
before we start the show?
What's that?
I would have lit a candle down here. Our studio is not in the best condition.
It
right
is
now.
not in the best
Our-
condition.
I would have lit like some sort of scented thing, like some incense.
You know what?
like when you're down when you come to the studio on your day off, man, and you're just blowing hooch all day long. I'm sure you're lighting incense and stuff before Ted and I get here for our
Actually, that's a
rehearsal.
good idea. We should bring
for our-
I got scented candles.
Yeah,
at home.
see,
I'll bring-
Ted,
I'll bring
remember
a
before we
scented
came before our annual meeting?
Yeah, the minutes before
Yeah.
we had the minutes.
and
Yeah,
it smelled nice down here.
yeah.
I will fix that. All right, last update.
He just wants to move on.
Dick.
I'm just trying to tease. man.
Aaliyah from Madison, Wisconsin, and we talked about this. I talked about the guy who was all pissed off at the Menards for having to wait in line.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
he was out of control. Aaliyah from Madison, Wisconsin, said about 2 months ago she saw 2 women come to blows after they opened a new line at her local Woodman's Market.
Yeah.
And they both went in there, and they ended up on the floor,
Yeah.
throwing punches.
It's insane, right?
Employee owned. Woodman's.
Does that help?
I mean, if you're part owner, you got to step in, right?
No, I mean, what do you do? I mean, do you
Whoa,
call the
whoa,
cops?
I'm the owner.
I've seen that on YouTube where like at Walmart they showed like 2 women fighting in the aisle, and like one of the women had like a kid with her, and the kid's like trying to break up these 2, like a toddler, not a toddler, but like a 7-year-old's trying to break up 2 grown bigger sized women who are of course pulling each other's hair and knocking everything knocking all the product off the shelf.
Could you
I've
imagine if
seen
your
some people-
7-year-old was the voice of reason?
Yeah,
Ted, that's a department store cat fight.
exactly.
And this was, I guess she said this was over a new line opening up and wanting to be first.
Like what happened to you at Menards.
I did not fight. I did the opposite of
No, I
fighting.
know.
Yeah, I was just a dick.
Well, like so when you're in traffic, like I said, if someone's you're driving to work in the morning, and if someone is going like 100 miles an hour, you know what? Just let them go. Congratulations, you're the first one to work. You know what you get for that? You get an attaboy. Go right ahead. You win. You're the champ.
agree.
You're the first to work champ. You're the.
I agree. All right, this is the Real 3 Idiots podcast, and happy World Golf Day.
I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
today is World Golf Day. Ted, I was actually directed by the International Golfing Committee to let you know that they would like you to never give a golf tip to anyone ever.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Did
They
you
saw,
golf
I guess
today?
they
Who
saw
golfed
you play.
today? Nobody did.
Nobody.
I was working.
Yeah. I looked at a golf club. I saw a golf club earlier today. That's about
Yeah.
as close
I
as
pass
got.
I pass up a country club every day on the way to work.
Was it a driver, Ted?
You know,
I saw a driving range today.
what do you think it would cost to get National Real Three Idiots Podcast Day? How do you get a day?
Yeah, that's a good question. How do you get like a day? You could just come up with any day, right? There's plenty of obscure days out there. Like, who do you go to? Who's like the go-to person for that?
Right. How do I get it to be like, everyone? Like, do I go up to like the governing body and be like, by the way, I got the finally got the petitions and there's 10 million signatures. It's National Real Three Idiots Podcast Day.
You only need 5.
Yeah.
There's definitely a process, right?
I get who's in charge of it though. I mean, why?
Well, I mean,
couldn't you just?
I'm going to be an idiot here and say we could probably Google it, but I'd rather talk about it because you're right. How would it happen? Let's think about this.
No, let's not. Let's just say that the national governing body of international days has said that May 9th, tomorrow, is National Real Three Idiots Podcast Day.
Or how about May 32nd? That would be even better. The 32nd of May,
February 30th.
which is actually June 2nd, right?
So
is there 30 days in May?
31 days in May, I think.
No, 30.
No, May has 31 days.
no,
right?
May 31st is
Yeah.
Memorial Day, isn't it, or something?
No, but May.
Oh,
May
there
has
is 31 days,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
May has 31 days. Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching.
No, there's definitely 31 days. You're right. So no, yeah. No, Memorial Day is the 27th.
I was watching that movie I told you guys about, Queen Pins. I don't know if I told you guys this. I was watching this movie, and it's about two chicks. It's the girl from, it's the blonde girl who's married to Dax Shepard.
Oh,
yeah, Bell.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell, yeah.
Kristen Bell. So she comes up with fake. She gets these fake coupons, and she's selling them.
I heard about
all
this.
for it's actually
Is it really good? Yeah.
it's actually pretty
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Isn't it a true story? Or
It is a
something?
true
Yeah,
story,
yeah.
And some of it's obviously not true. But they have a crime prevention guy at one of these department stores.
Loss prevention.
Loss
Yeah,
prevention,
loss
right?
prevention,
And so she says, so the guy goes, here's a coupon that this woman bought. This is completely, she bought it from Kristen Bell, and he goes, it's dated. The expiration date. What's the expiration date? He says, and she goes, April 31st. He goes, no good. And the lady looks at her. She goes, I bought it from somebody. And the woman at the cashier is like, I bought this. He goes, there's no 31st in April.
It's true.
And so I think I can't remember. One of the guys goes, how do you even know that? Everybody knows that.
Well, no, there is that, 30 days past September, April, May, and November.
Yeah. So what?
All the rest have 31 except for
Yeah. So January 31st, March 30th,
What?
May 31st.
What did you just do?
there's that song.
Yeah. What's that song again?
All the days have 31.
Wait, are you sure it's? Wait, I thought it was. Don't be cruel to all that's true.
Should I play it?
No, do not. Please don't play that song. Okay, play that song. I don't really care. Is it like did Maroon 5 do it? Because I really like Maroon 5.
Months of the year song.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Here, we're gonna do it.
There's a song
this
that
is a
like reminds
cartoon.
you
Of course
that
it is,
reminds you what days that have 31 days in them.
Yeah, but I just don't care.
Yeah. October 31st.
Oh yeah! All right. Jesus Christ!
Hi, kids.
No, that's not gonna
Do
go.
you know the months of the year?
This is really.
Hi kids, I'm not wearing pants. Do you know what May is? No.
These are just like the months.
Okay, you know what? That was a fail. And when this, you're just
Hard
going to play in the
fail.
background.
Hard
just,
fail,
you know
dude.
what? Just play
So-
that softly in the background the entire time. Yeah, no, just for all the people that don't know the months of the year, that would be kind of cool. All right, we need to.
But
do...
I will say this: I actually didn't care for Kristen Bell for a long time,
Neither did I.
and then when I found out who her husband was, I almost fell in love with her compared to him because I hate that.
Well, yeah.
douche.
What's that guy even
You
famous
hate
for?
Dax Shepard?
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
Dax? It's like DAX. Like what's he even famous for?
Dude, well,
I have
now
no
he's
idea.
got a podcast. It's like
Oh.
a real popular podcast, but he was in a lot of movies. He's
Yeah.
a comedian. He did stand up, he did bits, and then he was in some movies. He was in that movie with it was called Employee of the Month.
Yeah.
That was actually a fun movie.
That it was actually
And
pretty
he was
good.
pretty good in that movie. But I don't know. I don't get him, but I appreciate her more now compared to
Because she took one for the team and married
I
him.
guess so, yeah. But they are a fun couple.
I don't know.
They're actually I shouldn't
I don't know what the correlation is.
I mean,
I don't know
I
either.
think he's gotten better. I think at the beginning, but I did like the one that I did like was Employee of the Month.
Yeah,
That
I
was
did too.
that was
he
pretty funny
good
because
in it.
the one comedian is in it that I don't like, Dane Cook.
Well, that's the star of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't.
You know,
I don't care
I
for
don't
him either, but
particularly
he's
like
great
the-
in
but
that
he was-
movie.
he was really
the
good
funniest
in
thing
it.
about Dan Cook, I remember he had his like 15 minutes where he was like kind of
15.
famous.
He had 4
Yeah.
minutes.
But I remember the funniest thing about him was that, I think I saw a stand up with him one time, but like I guess his manager actually like embezzled like millions of dollars from him.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, from his
'Cause
shows
that dude
or
works. Those
store.
guys work hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they work hard.
I
Like
think, and I
everybody
think
else.
I want to say his manager was. I want to say it was like his cousin or his brother, but I could be wrong. But whoever it was, he trusted
No,
the
that
guy.
makes sense. It's always your brother, right?
And what's
It's
her
always
name?
your cousin.
What's her
it's
name
always
was in that movie? Who's gorgeous?
the chicken of the sea girl
The blonde.
who didn't know it was tuna. Yeah, she's super hot. Oh my god, she's super hot. Okay, it's time for Ted's Tips. Ted's Tips is brought to you by Steak and Shake, steak burgers and handmade milkshakes since 1934. And don't forget, every day from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. is happy hour. All shakes and drinks are half price. Now, please enjoy a musical interlude.
Well, it's not going to be a musical interlude.
Please enjoy a piece of shit that
We're
Mark
gonna do-
just
How about a moment?
wrote
How about a moment? of
10
silence?
minutes
How about
ago.
a moment of silence?
No, so Ted, are you
Which doesn't really
Well,
do
we
good
gonna
at a
talk-
podcast.
are we gonna
So,
talk about
Ted,
music?
Ted, what do you prefer, poetry or prose?
How about a poetry slam?
All right, let's go.
Oh man.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Well, I ain't one for doing the splits. Not one for listening to only the hits. I don't even really honestly care for long trips. But there is definitely one thing that makes my kicks. It's listening to that there Teddy's Tips.
Did you just change our musical interlude to awesome free verse poetry?
Perhaps.
I love what just happened. Oh my god! Oh, you know what? It's
That
gotta
was
be-
actually a play on something that what's his name from Primus did. So
yeah. Okay, so I've got to do art.
I got to give him it's Claypool. I got to give him some credit for that because I kind of stole that from him. But
No, I like that.
it's a
Listen,
poetry parody.
a poetry pair. Oh man, I love that. All right. Oh, hold on before we get to Ted's Tips. Once again, the rumors that listening to Ted's Tips has been found to cause cancer in laboratory rats is absolutely and unequivocally false. The disease that rats got was type 2 diabetes. All right. Sorry, there's always, Teddy, there's a
Gotta have
a
disclaimer for
disclaimer.
everything, yeah.
Listen, we have to protect ourselves.
Well, 1 lawsuit, 2 lawsuit, 3
right.
lawsuit, 4
We
no
live in
good.
Then we're done.
We live in a litigious society, so
We live in a
understand.
very litigious society. Oh, that is, man.
Lititis.
Suck society. I don't know.
What is that thing that they say on SNL? Oh man.
When's the last time SNL's
live
been
from
funny?
New York. It's
No.
Saturday.
no, when they do
They do say that,
do
though.
Jeopardy.
When's the last time SNL was even funny?
Well, it was funny when Norm Macdonald was doing what's his name? Burt Reynolds. Yeah. Or Sean Connery.
No, Burt Reynolds. Norm Macdonald was good.
Yeah, whoever is doing Sean Connery. I'll take your mother's a whore for 25, Alex.
Yeah. Turd McFerguson.
All right, Teddy. I need your help. We hired a new person on our team. There are 5 of us now. He is a great worker, team player, and has fit in great except for one thing. You know there's always something. He bathes himself in cologne. We are together all the time, and it's overwhelming. We've dropped hints, but we need to get him to tone it down a lot. The team agreed to try whatever you say. This is my favorite part. Poison should be a last resort. Salma, 31, Norwalk, Connecticut.
All right, Salma. Good to meet you. You know, this is a tough one. This is a tough one.
Didn't you say
because
you had a woman that does the same thing?
I worked with a woman a long time ago who slathered herself in that old woman cologne, and you could smell her. I mean, she was, like I said, the nicest lady.
It's perfume.
But when that smell came, it was like Pepe Le Pew, that cartoon. It just came. It like came in front of her. It was like its own entity, and yeah, it was just a permeating, overpowering scent that just bathed your nasal passages in
And
just.
you know what's funny? There's only one. I think when you hit a certain age, there's only one store
it, yeah.
and one perfume
it's
that
just
you
a-
buy.
Yeah, it's like a
That's it.
uniperfume. Yeah, and she was that perfect age. She was like in her early 60s, and it was that same
Yeah.
perfume that
It's
every
the one.
woman. Yeah, it's the one that
It's the
somehow
one your
they-
grandmother smells like
Yeah,
right now. If you're
exactly.
sitting, if you're listening to this on your headphones at a family party or whatever, and your grandmother is sitting next to you, casually in a non-sexual way, just smell her, and that's the smell that every old woman smells like. It's not like they
Smell her
buy.
buttocks.
And here's what I think
Why-
too. I think there's
Why'd
just
you say in a non-sexual
there's
way?
just one bottle of perfume.
Because if you can smell somebody in a very sexual way.
It's called pheromones.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't. I mean, you don't want
Pheromones.
to. You don't want to get like dirty on your grandma just to prove a point.
So how
That's
does
wrong.
Ted help Thelma?
Soma.
Salma, like Salma Hayek. So
Yeah.
and maybe it's her. Maybe she's talking about whatever
Could
co-stars.
this be Salma Hayek in disguise?
This could be our big break.
I cannot verify that she is actually in Norwalk, Connecticut, and she works on a team. She could be. This could be Salma Hayek saying, "I'm starring in a new film with Richard Gere,"
He stinks.
and that motherfucker just won't stop wearing his.
All right, so Ted, you're
Old
speaking.
English.
So Ted's
All right,
actually
so-
speaking from experience.
So
here.
let's just reverse engineer. Yeah, but I never gave any tips to this
Oh,
woman.
yeah.
We just tolerated it, you know. So
But you thought about
So
what
you
to
didn't
tell
hunt her or do
no,
anything?
no, we
thought
just
about
we
it.
just yeah, like I said, she was the nicest lady too. Anyway, okay, so just to reverse engineer it for a second. Okay, maybe we're talking about a man or woman with a either like a medical condition like open wounds or sores or lack of hygiene where they use this overpowering
Wait, one
permeating
just stop.
cologne that just
Stop.
Sores.
Stop.
it's like
Stop.
She's a leper.
Stop.
a leper.
Hold on one
Oh my
fucking
God.
second. Are you
You're
telling
assuming,
me?
He just said, let's assume she has open sores.
Are you telling
Bed
me?
sores.
Beds,
Are you telling me that you believe that everyone?
Pustulating, oozing.
anus, anal. Let's assume she has
Anal,
broken anal
fissures,
glands.
anal fissures, anal fissures. Yeah,
Wait
no.
a minute. Are you telling me that you honestly think that most people who overdo the cologne have open wounds? Or
No, what I'm saying is,
Fresh on the way to work.
unless it's a mental condition, there's probably a physical
would that
reason
be
why
a
they're
mental
doing that.
condition?
Is this the medieval
No, I'm just saying,
ages?
like, no, I'm just saying in their mind that they don't think they're using that much because obviously they're using it, but so they're obviously
that ain't
not
mental.
well, I'm saying if they're not situationally aware how it's affecting other people, then it is mental because they lack self-awareness.
Because of the
They don't
open
know.
wounds and the injuries?
No, assuming the person's just healthy. you know.
Roger, you literally got your arm cut off. Jesus Christ, ease up on the axe, man.
Yeah.
Okay, look, we're not going to stage a kidnapping of the employee. We're not going to put them on a performance improvement plan for just because they have an overpowering stench.
I
Okay?
don't think that's probably not something you can do. If look,
Okay, just
well,
hang on. He's
okay.
going somewhere. Let him.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, here's what we're not going to do. Here's what we are going to do. We're going to install a high-powered
Oh, fuck
ventilation fan system, and when this person comes by, you're going to crank it up to full speed and suck all the excess cologne off their body.
Nice.
You know, and then as soon as they leave, you're going to turn it off, and then the person's going to think, why do they only turn the system on, this high-powered ventilation system on when I come in the room? No, I'm just kidding. What you really should do, you should sit them down and say, you know, Roger, and always start the sentence this way: with all due respect,
But
you stink. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Ted,
Oh, you don't know? That's
With all due respect.
At
No,
some
we do.
point-
We do know. We
No,
do
what
know.
would you tell them if
Ted,
you?
at
do know.
some point, are you going to help Salma, or are you just going to?
It's
Richard Gere needs to know that he is bothering Salma Hayek.
Yeah. No, it's a tough one. I mean, you work in close quarters with this person. You know, obviously the
Well,
easiest.
she said they've dropped hints.
Yeah. Well, obviously it's not good enough. So maybe. Here's
That's
the
why
thing.
they've turned to us.
Maybe with the person. Okay, let me ask you this: out of the
Don't
five,
blame me for this
out
shit.
of the 5-person team. Okay, here's what you do: 2 options. The person who has the most rapport with this individual out of the 5 people, maybe should say something directly, or better yet, here's what you do.
What do you-
No,
what do you
actually,
say? What
no,
would you say?
No, I got. Here's the solution. I got it.
Oh,
You
Jesus
bring
Christ.
in an outside person who is kind of hired by these 5 people under the guise of they're like a temporary employee, right? And you're never going to see them again. You bring the person in under the guise that they're just in the office for like a day or 2 or just like one day, and then they would say, "Man, hey man, you know, what are you wearing there?" And just say, "Hey man, you know, you should really or lady, you know, it's really powerful what you're wearing. You know, you should maybe think about cutting down on your cologne spraying consumption on your body."
Genius.
And it's genius because now the team has no accountability because it's just a person they brought in, but they hired him, but the guy who's the target or the gal who's the target doesn't know that. And then so there's the direct boom.
But wouldn't you have
there's-
to kind of?
No,
you
it's
also have to
genius.
kind of agree at that point
No,
too, though.
yeah.
You know,
Everybody could, but
Yeah,
it's
and
genius
yeah.
because if this person takes it to the next level, like Ted's saying,
Yeah.
they could just say, "You're fired."
No, I'm just saying they bring in a person. No, they bring in a person under the guise
Yeah,
of
you're right. And all of a sudden, I get it. Yeah,
like
yeah.
like a temper. They're
Sure,
just there
of
for one day, or
course.
like a friend, or like
Right.
like a friend.
Yes.
Or pretending to be a friend of one of the team members and just say, "Man, hey, I don't mean to say anything, man, but man, you're just."
Your cologne seems
you already
It seems
said that,
really,
you're
it's
repeating-
overwhelmingly powerful.
Yeah.
And then the person leaves, you never see him again, and then the team gently, kind of like a little, bait and switches. They gently come in and they do the soft landing and say, hey, you know what? I apologize for that person, but you know what? We have to gently
I
agree
think
with
that's
that.
the answer.
They're right, so maybe you just want to think about that in the future. Not see, you got to be a little subtle with these things.
No, that's good. I like that.
That is actually, you know what?
Yeah.
Would you be,
You're welcome,
if Salma
Salma.
gets back in touch with
You're
me,
welcome,
would you be
Salma.
available to fly out to, Salma, I'm sure it's going to be a bus trip, Ted. I'm sure it's going to be a bus
Right,
trip.
yeah,
Greyhound?
bus,
To,
I'm-
Tra-
to
Trailways?
Norwalk, Connecticut.
Yeah, I like
to
the East Coast.
be
Yeah.
that guy.
I'll be that guy. I'll come in the office under the
It's a
guys.
Greyhound.
I'll be. Here's your
You could make a living doing this, Ted.
like
Not just for perfumes,
Uber
for
Eats,
anything.
You could be like
anything.
the DoorDash
You could
guy.
be the asshole.
You could be the DoorDash guy. You come in and you just you have
Dude,
a,
that
like a
could be
bag
a
of food,
business.
and you just and you tell people, you give it to them straight, and then but you basically have the team who's really giving the message has plausible denial. Because it's not coming from them, so they're the good guys. But then when you leave, it's like good cop, bad cop. I'm the bad cop. I leave, and then when his feelings or her feelings are hurt, that's when the team gently comes in and says, "Hey, you know what? That guy was a real jerk, but you know what? He does kind of have a point. We didn't mean to tell you. I'm sorry." And then then you give the soft landing.
Yeah, it does seem a little, wow.
You know what? It could be called bad guy for rent, bad guy for hire, and bad guy. And then you just do like a profile. Like, I'm the guy that will step up and do and say the things that nobody else can or do.
But here's the
say
thing, because they have
for
to
various
because they have to
reasons.
see him because
And
they have to
it-
see him every day. They have to
Yeah,
work with
so
him.
that's what I'm saying.
But I'm not. But he's never going to see me again. So it's just a one and done.
That's-
You come in.
Okay,
Ted,
you're just pounding my point with a sledgehammer.
Yeah. No,
Bad
Ted,
guy
that's
for
a-
hire.
Yeah.
I'll come in. Nobody's got the guts to tell this person that they stink because they have too much perfume on. I'll do it for $50. Ted, you'll do it for $50.
I'll do it for free.
Okay,
Oh,
number
let's not
one,
get
Ted will
ridiculous.
not
And
do
Let's
it.
not get
but not-
ridiculous.
but
We
not
gotta
but-
split.
but-
We
but
gotta-
not- but not a
Man, I
$1
gotta
hot dog.
make some money
Not
off
a
this.
$1 hot dog, especially one that's
Yeah,
ice
Ted,
cold in the
Ted,
middle.
you might not get paid, but Mark and I,
Yeah,
as
we
your
still gotta
manager,
get paid, yeah.
we have to embezzle. Here, no, first of all, you need to make about $1 million a year because
Wait,
we
is-
can't steal from you
Is Salma hot?
without.
Maybe we can
I
go
don't,
out. We
Ted,
can get a
here,
cup
Ted,
of coffee.
Ted, here's the piece of paper. She didn't send a picture. Is that what you're going to
Here,
demand now?
rewind this.
I can't-
Rewind this.
I can't-
$500.
I can't tell by her name.
$500. You get 30 minutes of Ted's time.
You get 30 minutes of Ted.
As long as it's not illegal.
Maybe, it might be 15.
as long as it's
my time is valuable.
Okay, it cannot be physical, cannot be racist, cannot be discriminatory in any way. He's just going to be the guy that comes out and blurts what everybody else is thinking but can't say.
Well,
he'll come
yeah.
in there and say, no, I mean, he's not going to say, hey, he's
But
not.
that you couldn't. That would be discriminatory and racist. Would not be like trying to like get a guy to not wear cologne. That would just be mean.
No, what I'm saying is he won't do all those things. If I mean, listen, man, we're going to get $1 million.
You give Ted enough drinks, he's obviously going to do those things.
Yeah,
you
and,
know
and,
he
and
is.
there's enough people out there that are going to ask him to do those things. What I'm saying is you can't ask him to do those things. This
That
is a
would be
perfect example.
awesome.
Someone in the office is stinking because they have too much perfume on. How do we got to get Ted in here to tell the person that. That's all I'm saying. You're the bad guy. And it's not really a bad guy. You're just telling them what everybody else can't say because they're afraid of the recourse.
And you're not even being
you have
mean
no
about it.
recourse.
Yeah.
You're leaving tomorrow.
Yeah,
You're leaving
he'll
in
never
that
see me
minute.
again, yeah.
You're going in the entrance and going out the exit.
Think of it this way.
Hey, you stink. You have too much cologne on. Everybody else agree with me? I'm out. And then you go right out the exit and they hand you a check
Mark,
for $500.
Mark,
They can just Zell me, by the way.
Yeah.
There's
Mark,
no more
no,
checks
they don't
anymore.
Zell
you.
you.
missed
We
the-
need a
It's not,
check.
it's not 1975.
no, first of all, they would Zell us. We'd pay you, Ted. But
Exactly.
you're missing the subtlety part that I think Ted made good. You're just saying go in there and say you stink. We don't want to be like mean. Ted doesn't want to be mean about it. He wants to be subtle about it so they could get it to work.
I want to
Matt,
be
that
direct.
was the $500.
I want to be
That was the
direct.
$500.
Well, the $50 option is you stink.
No.
Goodbye.
No, that was the $500 option. The
Ah.
$1,500 option, you get Ted for 30 minutes.
And
Ted builds a
subtle
rapport with
Ted.
the person. He builds a rapport with them. He may or may not have a flask with them. There's some things going on.
I'm telling you right now, here. The $500 version gets you drinky Ted, which anything can happen. $1,500, he's stone cold sober, and he's probably gonna do what you want.
But
At
$500 Ted is
anything can happen.
is in and out.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh yeah, but we guarantee nothing. We get
Right.
He might actually. It might be somebody who's smelly, and he might end up.
add more.
Liking
I think.
that
Hey, you know
smell.
what?
Yeah.
You're not
He might-
wearing.
he
You're not
might
wearing enough cologne.
reinforce it.
You're not wearing enough cologne. I think you should add more.
You're right.
If
$500 Ted.
if I'm having a bad day.
$500 Ted might actually reinforce the behavior.
He
It
could.
might reverse the whole fucking thing.
Like, hey man, you smell
But,
great.
hey.
I'm gonna buy some. Where'd you get that from? I'm gonna get like 4 bottles.
But
of
it's just like his used refrigerator sales. All sales are final.
That would be great. So you come in. So somebody who's not doing their job well enough, and Ted comes in to try to let him know that he's
They
not
hired
doing
him
it.
for this,
And
yeah.
Ted walks in. He goes, you know what? You smell like shit, and everybody in here doesn't even want to be in the same room with you because you use too much cologne. And he walks out.
Yeah.
That's $500. Listen, you should have paid the extra $1,000, and you might have got a result that was what you wanted.
Well, what's the average? I've never, Matt, as you probably know, I've never had a golf lesson. What's the average golf lesson cost? Because that would be my
About $50 to $70 an hour.
that would be my fee structure.
No,
but if
what
it's
are
a
you
one-time
talking
deal,
about?
You're never going to
Guy
take a
said
lesson.
he would. Guy said $75,
Yeah.
$150 for you.
oh, there you go. So,
Yeah, he saw him play. That's the problem.
that's
you can't have a golf professional play with Ted,
Correct.
and then ask him how much he's going to charge because he's going to overcharge
He said. What do you mean for normal people?
for normals.
For you, I got you. I got you.
Ted, and by the way, you wear way too much cologne.
yeah,
I
some
just-
some
yeah,
other,
He told
It's
Ted,
gone.
Ted, I got you. You just need one lesson from me.
Selma, let's tune out the noise. There's your tip. Okay, good
That
luck. Good
actually
luck in
wa-
your future endeavors.
That actually is a great tip. That is actually a great tip. Let me ask you guys: have you guys ever thought about writing your memoirs, writing a biography?
yes, I
Autobiography?
think about it often.
I'm serious.
When something good happens, when something exciting happens in my life, I'll be happy to write about it. So
No, I'm serious. Have you ever thought about writing your memoirs?
Who did we
Writing your
talk
life.
about
I was
last
I
week?
actually thought about writing a book.
We talked about someone last
I
week on
did.
the show about this.
I thought about writing a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it would be completely different. It would just be, the best time
Holy
to write,
shit.
the
What-
best time to write a book is like, I want to say when you're a little bit high because it opens up your head because you think about stuff that you normally don't think about. Think about all the things that have been talked about, how boring most books are, how predictable they are, and just to come out with something completely different than it's gonna offend somebody. It's gonna offend
gonna-
somebody.
Everything's going to offend somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's going to offend somebody.
Like the
I mean,
satanic verses.
There's nothing you can do about that. You know what? You know what's funny, Teddy? You bring that up. The guy who gave the commencement speech this year at Ohio State.
Oh, they didn't cancel it like they did at USC.
No, so this guy's a former grad. He actually said, so he gave a really weird speech. With there's 2 sing-alongs and some other stuff that happened. It was like 15 minutes of insane rambling, and he said that he wrote it using 2 things:
LSD and bath salt.
ayahuasca and AI.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Aaron Rodgers is taking, the
Yeah.
ayahuasca?
I guess. Yeah.
Wait, did he say that at the time or like
So
afterwards?
I guess he said afterwards he posted that because the speech was really fucking bizarre.
He's just
I mean,
making.
it was
you know why?
pretty bizarre.
He's just making shit up. That's why. He's just
No,
making
well,
shit
you
up.
said memoirs. Remember, Ted, we were talking about that politician where she was only like 35?
So that's
Christian
why
Naomi, who shot
We-
the puppy,
we
who
talked
shot her
about that
puppy.
last
Noam,
week.
yeah. So
Noemi,
so
yeah, she's the governor, isn't she? The governor.
yeah,
of,
she's the governor of South Dakota, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I asked. I was wondering because she's written 4 books already.
Right.
And she's only how old? Like in her 30s? How old is she?
And
I
then
wanna
we
say
talked
she's in
about
her
we talked
40s.
about Sarah Palin because she's also got like 6 books.
Yeah. So
out there.
so it's funny that Christy Noem has written 4 books. One was way back in 2014 about the Constitution for kids, which I thought was kind of cool. But then her other 3 books, even though they're all differently named, are basically her exact life story. So she's written her life story 3 times. And I was just wondering, I mean, and you guys heard that there was some trouble with her books, right? Do you guys hear about
no,
this
I
at
didn't,
all?
I didn't hear about that. I'm not sure what.
You guys did not hear this at all?
I mean, I know there was some. I know there's a lot of controversy when she said she shot her puppy because it was untrainable, and she's getting even to this day she's getting a lot of shit for that. That she's gotten super defensive about. But no, I didn't hear about it.
Yeah,
I didn't hear
okay,
any
so-
about. I didn't hear any of this. I was at the Cubs game today.
Okay. So yeah. So no. So
It's like
number
it's
one.
like you're in a bubble.
Yeah. So number one, she shot one of her dogs because she said it was angry and it was untrainable. In the book, it's kind of funny. She actually the same day shoots a goat that she said was mean.
No.
I swear to God, I swear to you.
The same
this
day
is
as the dog?
This is in her book. The same day as the dog, she went and she shot a nasty.
Sounds
goat.
like she was just looking for things to shoot.
Okay.
And
She's,
then an excuse
she's
later.
also shot a few other things. Okay, that she's actually killed a few other animals. That she's had, and that seems. You know what? I don't know what a farm is like. Maybe this happens. Maybe there's mean goats or nasty goats, and maybe people are killing them all the time, and that's why some people are upset about it and some people aren't. But the big thing was that they just found out, I guess, a couple days ago, is in the book that she wrote.
She shot heroin.
No, that'd be awesome. So she wrote the book, okay, and then She read the book. She did the read for the book, the audio book. She read it. I guess it came out that something in the book said that she had met Kim Jong-un, and she showed him what a boss bitch she was. She stared him down, and just really, really, controlled the room when she met him.
According
Now I
to
know you're
according to her.
She's
No,
never met him. No one's ever.
Okay,
Dennis
so
Rodman.
here's-
Dennis Rodman has.
I know,
Here's
but no
the problem.
American, no one. That's
Here's the
never
problem.
happened.
She lied.
Yeah, she's never been there, and he's never
met
been
him.
here.
She's
Right.
never met him.
You
Right.
can't go there.
He's never.
He's never
He's never been in the United States.
Right.
No, of
Yeah.
course
So
not.
it's in the book, though.
Yeah.
The book that she read
Yeah.
for the audiobook, she
oh,
read
it was a Zoom.
she
It was a
released
Zoom
it,
call. It was a Zoom call.
and now people are giving her some shit because they said, okay, why did you take? She goes, oh, in the book it says that you stared him down, all this stuff,
Like
and
through
she
a
goes,
no, through Zoom or like in person.
no, in person.
Oh,
It's a very
where,
com-
she was
where-
in the room.
Where was she?
Okay,
She
so,
was in-
So
she-
this was the problem.
Yeah.
She was not in there with him. So people were interviewing her, and they were like, "This is in there." And so she said, "This is what she said." I took it out when I saw that it was in the book. I took it out, and then
Why was it even there to begin with?
so many people who interviewed her asked her this: "You wrote the book. You said you wrote the book." Well, then she backtracked and said that someone else wrote the book, a ghostwriter. So now she's. I don't know. You can call it lying. I can call it backtracking. We
You
can
know what
call
she
it whatever
should've-
we want.
She should have said, "Not that Kim Jong Il."
You know what? That probably would have been a better answer. But then, so the people are talking to her about this.
I said that right?
Yeah, Kim Jong Un.
Oh,
Yeah,
Un.
and then so the woman.
I don't
want
wanna offend- I don't wanna offend him.
Yeah, a couple people who interviewed her said, "Okay, so you took it out of the book, right? Okay." They said, "Did you meet Kim Jong Un? Because you said you did. Somehow it ended up in a book. You read the book out loud for the audiobook. So you said you wrote it.
What's her book?
You read it. It's your book.
She would have. She at least would have proofread it. So
Right.
even if a ghostwriter wrote the book
Well-
before it was released to the public, she would have obviously been given drafts of the book beforehand.
So
and then if that was factually inaccurate,
Teddy-
she would have said, "Hey, ghostwriter, I never met Kim Jong Un. Why are you putting this crap in there?"
So Teddy, here's
not a genius
here's
or
the
anything, by the way,
situation.
so.
She said she had never fully read the book.
Oh,
And then somebody said, "Hey, I heard you read the audiobook, so you have read it at least one time through, right?" So now she's got to backtrack through all this, and they asked her, "Did you ever meet Kim Jong Un?" And she said, "I'm not going to answer that question." And then she said, "I've met many, many world leaders."
that's not the answer. That's not the question.
So
That's
of
not
course
answer
the
to question.
follow-up question is, "Okay, what world leaders have you met?" And she goes, "I'm not going to list them. I'm not going to list them."
But why wouldn't
So-
you? Wouldn't that make it more? Wouldn't make your biography more interesting if you told us who are the people you met? I mean, if I met like Vladimir Putin, even though he's unpopular, I would say, yeah, I've met. I'm one of the few people who've met Vladimir Putin who didn't go to the gulag,
Right.
Siberia.
Well, how do you even have a conversation with somebody like this?
Right.
At some point, just say,
So
you know
she's
what,
a
list
so
this.
she's
This
a
is
so she's a
ridiculous.
pathological liar.
No, she's a politician.
And that too. I mean, it's the same.
I mean,
thing.
it's just.
And you see, that's the thing I
just
was
say-
waiting for.
Just you're a waste of fucking human space. I mean, how do you deal with people that, and I shouldn't even say people, I should say a person who behaves this way. How do you deal with that? It's just that they're not worth your time, right? Just walk away. Like, what the fuck?
Somebody elected her governor, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's governor.
Well, and that's the thing. And what I was waiting for, is hoping for, because a couple people had interviewed her, and not one of them said, "You know what? This seems like a lie. It seems like a bold-faced lie. You put something in here, you got caught, you backtracked, you can't tell the truth, and you sound like a liar."
That's
but
the
they
least.
never.
That would be the least of my concerns if she's governor of my state. Her being a liar.
I mean,
It is the free will to just make things up out of thin air, and then move on and govern the state. Who knows what if you're capable of doing that, right? In the face of others, what else are you capable of doing? Or, for this matter, incapable of doing for the benefit of your constituents, the people that vote for you, the state that you're supposed to run? What are you not able to do if that's what you're concentrating your time on, writing fucking books with ghostwriters and just making money? So you're governor because you just want to be famous so you can make money. That's what they're doing. So of course they can't answer those questions. It affects them financially.
I know it's
It's just ridiculous. This is getting out of control.
It is.
We need civil servants that make 100 G's a year to run a state. Move on, right? I mean, we need people that go to school and they major in political science and they go to grad school or whatever, and they're They volunteer. And they're. I mean, we need civil servants running. That's what this is. It's not something to gain wealth. Nobody goes into politics. Well, they do now.
Oh, of course they do.
But
now.
you should not go into politics to become a wealthy person, to gain fame. That's not what it's about. It's about serving the people that vote for you.
It is. Well, it should be.
Yeah,
right.
Not,
it should be
not serving your own interests, right?
Right. I mean, and that's why Ted's tips are so important, right?
Well, like I said, there's plenty.
That's why I get my kicks
There's
from Ted's tips.
plenty of politicians out there who've entered Congress or the Senate, say 20 years ago, and let's just say your average senator makes like $200,000 a year. Your average congressperson makes like maybe $160 a year, and by the time they retire, they're multi-millionaires. Obviously, they didn't get that on their salary alone. A lot of insider trading, which to this day is not illegal in the Senate. They're trying to pass a law now, but damages have been done because like Nancy Pelosi, for example, is probably worth like tens of millions of dollars.
Why do you always bring up Nancy Pelosi? It's the most arbitrary, stupid thing you could ever say.
But I'm saying, she's the insider trader queen.
How do you know?
Because her husband.
Because you read that somewhere.
I did, but it's multiple sources. So her husband supposedly benefited from her inside knowledge in the Senate.
Yeah, but Teddy, they all have.
Yeah, they all have. But
I don't understand.
But she's the poster child for it. But she's endemic of the overall problem. Where, like I said, running for president, the president's job. The president of the United States makes $460,000 a year. Why would somebody spend billions of dollars to run for a job that pays $460,000 a year? Because it's about influence peddling. It's not really about helping the constituency, their constituency, unfortunately. And that's what's wrong with politics. And you could extrapolate that all the way down to even the local alderman, in the state, Or
you mean like the mayor or the mayor of
Dalton, yeah, or the committees, like what LA has their what's it called? Their committees in LA. They're called committees or something like that. I can't remember what the term is.
It's like alderman or committeeman.
Yeah, committeeman. Yeah, but
every big city has the exact same thing.
So the one guy, for example, I guess he was caught on audio, making racist comments about African Americans. He was Hispanic, and I guess this guy makes like $250,000 a year. And of course, there was outrage, and they wanted him to resign, but he refused to resign. And there's legally nothing they can do to make him resign. So he's going to serve out his term. He might not get reelected or reappointed, but the point is he's going to make a huge sum of money for basically doing very little work and and not really helping anybody in his district. He's just a mouthpiece. It's like the people it's meeting after meeting. It's like NATO. What's the other governing bodies out there? NATO.
OSHA.
Whatever, SEC,
the IHSA.
Lots of meetings, lots of, hand-wringing, lots of condemning, lots of, our hearts go out to you, but they don't actually get anything done, but they're making, tons of money, flying out to, Geneva or wherever in Switzerland on the taxpayer's dime, just to have endless meetings about that, much to do about that lead to nothing. It's like congressional hearings or investigations that don't lead to anybody getting actually punished, but we still spend, tens of thousands or millions of dollars in taxpayer money. We got to investigate this guy, like Hunter Biden. Okay, yeah, Hunter Biden. Yeah, is he a piece of shit? Yeah, probably. But the point is, how much money has been spent investigating this guy to do what? What are we going to do to Hunter Biden? I mean, he's still out there free. Right? I mean,
well, they're not investigating him. They're investigating him to get to his dad.
Right, but
there's no evidence at all ever.
Joe Biden's not going to jail. Hunter Biden's not going to jail. So we're going to spend tens of millions of dollars.
Actually, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
The only guy who might go to jail now, and I think I'm going to change my mind. I think Donald Trump might actually end up in jail.
Well, probably for,
I was absolutely 100% sure that he would never spend a day, not one stinking day in jail, no matter what he did or what he got busted for. But I honestly believe that he might end up in jail.
So Jeffrey Toobin, who's a very, I guess, like he's like a mouthpiece on CNN.
Are we talking politics now?
Just for 1 second. And I'm not, like I said, without even being a Trump supporter or whatever, I'm just talking this objectively. I guess even he said that the charges against Trump in that particular case are so. He even said it's obviously political. It's not about.
I'm not doing this.
It's not about justice.
I don't care.
Yeah,
why is it political?
Hold on.
How is it political?
Yeah, no. I don't want to.
I'll
do
leave
this.
it at that.
I don't want to do this because we've talked
about
this.
I'm not a Trump fan. I'm just saying.
We talked about this ad nauseum. You know what I want to talk about?
What?
Girl Scouts.
Okay. I want to talk about something.
$800 million.
What?
Ted, when you say, "I'm not a genius,"
okay, enough said. Thank you. Moving on.
Yeah. I'm not a golfer either, so what's your point?
When you say,
no shit,
I'm not a genius.
you agree with that really quick, didn't you?
Both of those things. Listen, you're not a golfer. You're not a genius. I mean,
but don't insult my intelligence by saying I'm not a genius. By the way,
you might need me one day. You might need
No,
me one
Ted,
day.
Ted, you know that wall? You know, you want me on that wall? You need me on that
Yeah.
wall? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find somebody else to get on that wall,
Oh, okay,
Ted.
cool.
You know, Ted. It always comes back to golf
Until
with
they don't
Matt.
until they don't show
He
up.
brought it up. He brought up golf.
He brought it up because
And you ran with it. You took the bait.
it's because
and
you have two sharp sticks that you carry all the time. One says golf, and the other one says golf, and you just poke Ted with them both all the time.
Listen, I can't
You have
help.
to give up. Give up. You know what? You know.
Mork.
Some men you just can't help.
Is this a cool hand Luke moment? I like that movie.
Which is what
Now that's a good movie.
we got here last week.
You should do a movie.
Which is what he wants.
You should do a movie
well,
mention on that.
Ted gets
That's
That
you
was
know
a
what?
great movie, by the way.
a great movie.
Cool Hand Luke. Is that your Mark's movie mention?
Look, Ted, we don't like it any more than you do.
Do you know why he was in prison? You know why they sent him to that jail for
Yeah, I've seen it a million times. I've seen the movie a million times. I have it on
Cut-
DVD.
cut-
Okay, you know what's funny?
cutting the head off of parking meters?
Yes, I know. That's
Yeah,
the beginning of the movie.
Isn't that
he was
crazy?
drunk. He was
Isn't
drunk.
Isn't that crazy?
He was
Cutting
drunk.
the head off of parking
No, he
meters?
was cutting the parking meters and taking the money out. Of
Yeah,
them.
taking the money off. But that's why he was served that hard time on that chain
Well,
gang.
that's why he originally got arrested, but then he got.
But then he got in trouble when he went
for
to prison.
escape.
But obviously, the whole point is it's obviously an ongoing grave injustice.
Well, he's always been in
against
trouble
him.
since he was a kid.
Yeah, but I mean the punishment that definitely did
You know
not
what's
fit
funny?
the crime. So
I know that movie. I don't know if I've ever seen more than
Man,
10.
it's a great film.
George
dude.
10
Kennedy.
minutes.
George Kennedy's in that, right?
Yeah.
George Kennedy. Yeah.
Oh,
So is-
George
yeah.
Kennedy.
It's a great movie.
What
You-
we've got
He was
here
an actor's
is
actor.
failure
Who played,
to
who
communicate.
played that guy? That guy was good. Who played that
I don't
guy?
know.
Yeah, George C. Scott. Maybe I don't know. That
No,
guy
it
was
wasn't
good.
George C.
No,
Scott.
George C. Scott.
When did that movie come out? Like 1960 something.
1960.
I actually saw Patton all the way through. George C. Scott. I actually saw that all the way through.
1969, I think.
Yeah, but I've never seen Cool Hand Luke all the way. I'm
That-
never in my life. Probably, honestly, 15 minutes.
It's actually a
Take-
fast movie.
Take an edible and see that movie. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So
No, don't take an edible and see it. My movie's really fucking
you
good.
might cry. You know, I mean, I'm not admit. I admit, I cried.
You cried. Hold on. I
cried.
Having never seen the movie, then I'm going to ask one simple question. Mark, is there a scene or scenes in
Yeah,
that movie
yes.
where you would cry?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell them what they are. But yeah, I mean,
Wait,
it's,
was it like a prison? Like, was it the part of the prison where the fellows ganged up on him and made him pick up the soap?
this
kinda
wasn't
thing?
Shawshank
Redemption?
Yeah, not Shawshank. Yeah.
I cried at that point. That was
So
that
you
was-
cried? Okay, so yeah.
during Shawshank.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they molested him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You cried?
It was so sad.
Oh my God!
He
please.
got stuff done to him that nobody wants.
Andy Dufresne, whatever his name
Andy
was.
Dufresne.
Andy
if you
Dufresne was
please.
never the same that day.
All right, can we talk about Girl Scouts, please?
Yeah.
Thank
What?
you. No, not like that. There's a Girl Scout in Virginia, a high school student, who did an awesome project and won a major award in Virginia. She was actually one of 3 winners to win this very prestigious, like top of the line Girl Scout award that she won. It was really very special, very cool.
What did she do?
Unfortunately, I can't mention it.
Okay.
Like, hold on. Like the principal at her school who wouldn't mention what she got her award for.
The hell are you talking about?
She won an award.
Okay, yeah. What is it?
Okay, but
We can't
but the
talk
principal-
about it.
The principal wouldn't talk about it
But
because
you could.
because here's why. In the town of Virginia, I believe it is it Huntington Beach? Oh man, I can't believe I didn't
Ted,
write this
Ted
down.
what's the capital of Virginia?
It is not the capital.
Is it Roanoke?
Roanoke. It is not
Virginia.
Roanoke, but whatever it is, I think it was Huntington
Huntington
Beach,
Beach is,
Virginia.
yeah, it's in Virginia.
Okay.
Yep.
They have been doing a really great job at the high school level, the people in charge of the school district, of banning books. They've been doing a
job.
great job.
Oh, good
I
job.
Mean,
Yeah.
no. They're doing a really, really, really quality job of banning
Well, they're trying to
books
protect the kids,
in
from
Huntington Beach. I believe
It's
Huntington
It's
Beach.
Richmond, by the way.
Oh,
Is
it's
it
Richmond.
Richmond?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So they've been doing a great job of banning books, and this young lady, I got her name.
Oh, I'm sorry. This just popped up again.
I can't get that out of my head now.
I can't turn it off.
I can't get it in my head. This young lady, Kate Lindley, did not like the fact that they were banning books. So her project, she went around, and her project was to make these books available that were banned, available to all the people in the
Oh, I
community.
heard something about this. Yeah, this is
just the
pretty
banned
cool, yeah.
books. Just the banned books.
Well, just the banned books,
Yeah.
because they can get other books.
Sure.
Books that aren't banned,
Yeah.
Ted, everybody can get. Okay? So she went out and got a project going, and digitally and actual paper copies. She went to local businesses and set up so that there could be nooks and areas in local businesses where people could go in and find these banned books
That's a
so
great
that
idea.
they could read them.
That's a great idea. And just curious, what are did they mention what these actual banned books are that are so fragile to these people's ears that they cannot possibly be exposed to them?
So this is the Girl Scout award. This is what the Girl Scout did.
Yeah.
What was the subject material of
Yeah,
these
there were
books?
actually 4 girls that won
okay.
awards, but this was hers, and hers was special because, and by the way, the city loves her. Okay, they love the fact of what she's doing because for some reason, just a few people on the school board are dominating these banning of books, and the people in the city don't actually agree with what's happening. So it's weird.
You can't recall these school board members who I'm assuming are not elected officials. Are they appointed? Like why can't
so
the governor
a lot of
just
them are
recall them?
Well, a lot of them are appointed, right? And why is the governor going to deal with a local school board at a small town?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because they're obviously taking it upon themselves to unilaterally decide what kids should read and not read, which is not right. I'm not talking about something incendiary, but I mean, if it's just something that's a little bit off the beaten path or, a little risque, that's not their decision to make.
Well, they're not telling them what they can and cannot read. They're telling them what they can and cannot provide them in the school, right? Or libraries.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Which is a task, which is the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so,
yeah.
Well, I mean,
based on their own personal belief system,
right?
Which may not reflect the views of the general public. So
it doesn't.
Correct.
It does not. And here's the funny thing, and I've said this before, that whatever book you ban, a person
becomes more popular
as long as they have a phone in front of them at whatever age.
Well, now it's impossible. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, you're not banning the idea because if there is something you're telling them that they can't see, they can get the exact copy of it.
Remember a few months ago,
whatever it is.
Remember a few months ago when Ted talked about this, he said, we all talked about, but Ted had a point home. Like when I was in grammar school, there was books labeled in the library for 7th graders and 8th graders,
right,
where nobody else had access to it. And I'll give you an example: Lord of the Flies, Animal Farm, and honestly, I think one of them was a Judy Blume book. But those were for like 7th and 8th graders. Well, of course, everybody in 6th and 7th grade wanted to read the 8th grade and 7th grade books, right? So that only encouraged you to want to read Lord of the Flies even more.
It's like taboo, yeah. So as soon as you,
right.
Here's the funny thing: it has a reverse effect. Once you say, "Oh, you can't read this or this is banned," you automatically go out of your way to find it, right?
And these weren't even banned; these were just off limits until you got to 8th grade.
Like the Satanic Verses, I'm using that as an example. So that was that was the one where the Shah of Iran issued a fatwa, which is a death sentence against Salman Rushdie because it was blasphemous against Muhammad. That book became a bestseller just because of that. It's like, wow, this guy the author of this book just got a death sentence from the Shah of Iran, so I want to read this book. So it actually had the opposite effect. It probably would have been a pretty obscure book had it not been for that. So, yeah. So that's interesting.
Oh, yeah. So the funny
That's
part
why
about
Matt
this,
and I are writing a book titled The Bible.
Wow.
I thought we'd use 2 B's, the Bible.
It's pronounced Bible, spelled Bibble.
So, so the funny thing about Kate Lindley's project is that the guy who is banning books was the guy who announced her when she went up on the stage. And he's the lead book banner, and he wouldn't say. So he mentioned what all 3 of the other young ladies, what their project was, but he would not say that. And they asked him.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So they literally wouldn't do it. So they asked him, why did you not say what Kate's project was? And he said, this is his exact words, if someone wants to support an author whose message is about pornography to children, that is their right, but he will not support that. So what he literally said is that this girl is now making available books that he thinks are pornography to people, that he believes are pornography to people.
And by the way, just real quick, I mean, unless it's like explicit pornography, that's a very subjective. It's like comedy.
It's clearly not.
It's subjective.
Do you honestly believe? But I want you to think about this. Do you honestly believe that this Girl Scout, she's doing her project, the people supporting her? Do you honestly believe that at any point these books were actual?
Of course
or
not.
real pornography.
Yeah, it's not Linda Lovelace.
No, it was
Debbie
what
Does Dallas.
It was what his fucked up.
Yeah, his
probably Bible thumping
perceptions are. Yeah,
bullshit mind thought was to him is pornography, and I'm guessing it has something to do with. And I cannot guarantee. I do not know this, but I'm guessing it has something to do with other than a man and a woman being involved in a marriage.
Yeah, you know, here I can tell you about this guy. I'm not an FBI profiler. He probably lives at home with his mother. Probably dresses in women's underwear in his spare time, and probably surfs some of the most hardcore porn sites.
Of course he is.
Under the guise of being a good person, of course. So you got to laugh at the irony of that one. So
I really want to go back like about a year ago when Ted said, and I'll quote, Ted said, "I believe that the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way."
I thought Michael Jackson said that.
Wait a minute. He didn't say that. He said,
No,
I believe the children are the future. And I said,
that's
Ted, what are you talking
Young.
about?
That's Whitney.
Was that
Whitney Houston.
Oh, I thought We Are the World or
Let
something.
It's Whitney Houston.
Lead the way.
No, I'm sorry. That was
You're
sexual
mixed up,
chocolate.
yeah.
That was sexual chocolate.
Chocolate. Yeah, I find it hard to believe that this girl is doing something so heinous that she can get support from local businesses that is bad, and this guy can't see his way through it to even mention it, and I think it says a lot about where we are right now. I really do. I feel like there's a lot of people telling everybody what they should and shouldn't do.
Sometimes who cares wins.
Yeah.
Here's my overall question: how does someone like that even get into a position of authority? Like, who's vetting them to say, hey, you know what, Mr. Smith, we really like your ideas. We're going to put you in a minor position of authority on the school board, and then he turns into obviously a raving lunatic and a closeted, probably, whatever.
You know what I think? You know what
he is a
closeted
homosexual axe murderer.
with a severe panty fetish.
Hold on.
Severe panty fetish.
Let me finish Mark's sentence. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But
could be worse.
You know what I think? I think most regular people who have regular thoughts don't get involved in things. I think a lot of things that we get involved in are people with extreme thoughts, right? Extreme ideas and extreme thoughts. Those are the people that feel like they have to force their ideas because their ideas are so bizarre. Right, that not many people believe in them, that they have to force those ideas out there and make people think that way. Like, do you walk around every day and if somebody says something, do you stop and say something? Say something. You know what? You're absolutely wrong. I think a marriage is this, or I believe that only these people are good, and I believe that this is only the right way.
Yeah, and that's okay.
No.
It's like I said, it's fine to have dysfunctional people out there, but we just don't want to put them in positions of authority where they're affecting other people. That's the big takeaway. Like, yeah, you can believe whatever you want, whatever weird shit you believe in, and even though your views are skewed or not, based on reality, or obviously, closeted based on your own personal, upbringing, which might have been, dysfunctional. Don't collectively punish other people because of what happened to you. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, people like that should not be placed in the positions of authority. And if they are, they should be removed once it's become clearly abundant that they're not capable of, governing correctly in whatever capacity, whether it's a local school board. Why isn't it? I mean, obviously somebody put them there. Somebody could take them away,
What's that line? What's that Bill Cosby line? I brought you into this world. I can take you out.
Oh, I thought it was drink this. It's getting to the point where I'm just turning both cheeks. I'm not just going to turn the other cheek. I'm both cheeks. I'm turning both.
You're turning both cheeks. Yeah. Okay. All right. I can live with that. All right. This is a disturbing story to me. Okay, even more disturbing than poor Caitlin Lee. Munster, Texas.
That's a place I never heard of it.
Munster, Texas.
Right.
Yeah, just like the cheese, by the way.
I heard Munster, Indiana.
Munster, Texas.
Okay.
It is a very.
That's Muncie.
It is Muncie, Indiana.
Oh yeah, sorry, Muncie.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah. It's a very German town. Excuse me. And for the last 50 years, they have been having what I would consider the greatest thing on the planet, Beer Fest.
Yeah.
It's lieber uns Munster.
Like Oktoberfest. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a beer. Yeah, Oktoberfest. It's a beer fest that they have. I believe it's like every July. They've been doing it for 50 years.
That's a movie, right? Beer Fest.
That's the guys that do Super Troopers.
Yeah.
That one, not quality, not as quality. Super Troopers was great. The other
somebody
ones,
famous actually backed or did Beer Fest or wrote it. Somebody famous.
I'm sure. Well, no, I think it's that group, Broken Lizard.
Okay.
Yeah, they're awesome. That I would tell you right now, Super Troopers. Here, Mark's movie mention.
I can't. Do
Super
that.
Troopers.
I can't do that.
You can't do Super Troopers?
I don't do requests, brother.
Okay, so here's what happens. They have this awesome Beer Fest, 50 years, and this year they're going to have 2 separate beer fests going on at the same time.
A North and a South beer fest.
You know what? I don't know how they're dividing it up.
Separate but equal.
It is not based on any of those things. North, South, separate but equal is none of those things.
Why?
It is over beer.
Beer snobs?
Beer snobs.
Okay.
No, actually, it's not. So here's what happened. The folks in there, it's a small town. The fest is actually getting bigger and bigger. A lot of people are coming around, and about half of the people in Munster believe that it has gotten out of control, and it is not a city celebration.
There is a Munster, Indiana, too, by the way. I'm just kidding.
Okay, you got me. I was like, I knew there was a Munster.
Yeah. So about half of them think it's too big, and they just want it to be a local thing. And about half want it to be a big deal.
Wow. So it's dividing the town.
It is literally.
So they decided to have 2.
So they're going to have
They're going to have a big one and a little one.
So no, they're going to have 2 fests.
Okay.
And basically, it's going to be right down Main Street, half of Main Street.
Of course, it's Main Street.
The half of the city, and it's a very small town. I mean,
Yeah.
think about a very.
Hence the term Main Street.
Yeah, think about a very small town.
So half the street's going to be what?
Half the street is going to be one fest, okay, where outsiders, because that was one of the things that they mentioned, there's a lot of outsiders, a lot of people that aren't our people.
So it's like a civil war of beer.
It was a beer. It's basically a beer civil war. Yeah, and so half of it is going to be like a local thing where it's local only, and then half of it's going to be available to anyone who wants to come.
What's so civil about war anyway?
There's nothing civil about war. That's why I liked Oregon and Oregon State. It's the uncivil war.
But this is
But I
like
can't
having
say
2 4th of Julys. One on one side of the street, one on the other. It's the same thing, but we want to do it this way, and you want to do it that way.
It's exactly what this is. Think about how
This
bad.
is so fucking weird. This can only happen in small town USA, right?
Yeah. I mean, think about the best fest you've ever been to, right? I mean, here, you guys have been to Rib Fest, right? Or not?
I have in Naperville.
Naperville,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's great.
No, I never
Yeah.
been to that. But I was the Park Ridge. Remember the Park Ridge Fest or
Oh, yeah.
something?
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
was to
great,
that.
too,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was cool.
Yeah.
When do they have that? I think it's going to have it this year, right?
It's
At some
the
point.
week after 4th of July.
I think,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I go to that.
But they have all these fests. Think about what would it take to turn a town's fest into 2 separate festivals. Think about that.
A lot of animosity
and animosity.
bad feelings.
Yeah.
Bad
I just
blood.
I have trouble. I mean, I have trouble imagining how people can get along.
They have
if
a lot
they're-
of time on their hands.
Yeah, and this is again
Same weekend.
50 years.
Can't they just have like 2 separate weekends or something, or like
No,
different,
well,
have different
I-
months?
I think they neither one of them was willing to give up the concept of what was going on.
Right.
Yeah, and they just wanted it their own way. I mean, doesn't it? I mean, that seems like part and parcel of kind of what's happening in everywhere, right? Like all the big things, right? All of a sudden
Yeah.
now, I mean, there's Republican, there's Democrat, there's this, there's that. Palestine and Israel and all that, whatever it is, whatever thing you're picking,
Yep.
and now it's gone all the way down to poor Munster, Texas,
Oh,
and you have
that's too bad.
and you have to pick which one. When
Yeah,
you go to Munster, Texas,
Yeah, if you're picking sides for just a beer fest, that means everybody loses.
you know what?
Everybody loses.
You know what, Ted? Everybody is lost now.
Yep.
I honestly feel like at this
See,
point,
they don't have that problem in Munster, Indiana. They just have 3 Floyds. That's where 3 Floyds breweries in Munster.
in Munster.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you know
They're
the
opening the whole big
but what
thing.
if some of the people at Three Floyds didn't want outsiders coming to their beer fest?
There's 2 breweries
what
right
if
down.
some-
There's 3 more breweries right down the street. One in
What-
Hammond,
what-
one in Highland, 2 in Highland.
What does an outsider look like?
So
They're
are you,
all over the
Wait,
place.
are you saying? Hold on a second. Are you saying right now that there's a problem in Munster, Indiana, too?
No.
Actually, it's funny. The Leinenkugel beer distillery is like in. I think it's like in Milwaukee.
No.
I've seen it.
Okay,
before.
what the fuck does that have to do with anything
No, I'm just
we
saying
just said?
because you mentioned Leinenkugel earlier, and I'm just saying I
It's in,
remember.
it's in Chippewa Falls.
No, I remember driving down 94 like a while back through Milwaukee, and there's a big Leinenkugel factory like right
Oh,
there.
okay.
And it's not. It's
Yeah.
it's
a brewery.
it's a
But they're
brewery.
in Chippewa Falls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like south of.
What was the brewery from Laverne and Shirley?
Oh, that's Milwaukee. Stroh's or something.
No,
Hams.
it's like Old Milwaukee or something.
Milwaukee?
Or Schlitz or
Schlitz.
something.
Yeah.
What? No, it was a fake brewery.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like it was supposed to be like one like Ted's
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I've actually been to a brewery in Milwaukee like when I was a kid. I think my grandmother took me there. Yeah, and all I remember was
Was that right? Wait, hold on. Was that right after I spit on your
yeah.
grave?
So all I remember
Wait,
was like
when you were a child. Let me get this straight.
yeah.
When you were a child, your grandmother took you to a brewery.
Either my mom or I was in Milwaukee for some reason, and I remember I was taken to a brewery for a tour, and I just
not
remember
the park or
No,
the zoo.
no,
Milwaukee
like
had a great zoo.
like an actual factory brewery, and I just
Ted.
remember the smell of the yeast. It was very pungent, and that's all I
Sure, that
remember.
wasn't your grandma.
Yeah, it could have been her perfume for all I know. So,
that was the random woman that his grandmother left him at.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
While she went to go see.
Do you guys
whatever.
remember?
she went to play slot machines at the
Yeah.
casino. Yeah,
You remember Strange Brew?
Oh yeah, John
McKen-
Candy, right?
No, the Mackenzies.
Yeah, that was John Candy.
No, it wasn't.
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah, that wasn't John Candy. That
He was in that movie. He was the cop in the movie, wasn't he? One of the.
No.
He was one of the Canadian cops in that movie. I guarantee it.
Oh, okay. I don't remember
guarantee
that.
it. Ooh, woo, coo, 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 coo.
But- yeah, but that was what's his name? From
Yeah.
SLTV? But
Oh, SCTV.
yeah, SCTV.
All right. All right. Let's put this thing to bed. We'll make this the shortest show we've ever done.
45 minutes.
thank God.
7 minutes. This has all been 7
Oh,
minutes. Can
wow.
you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know. 7 minutes. Take a look at the timer. 7 minutes. Teddy, last thoughts.
I'm glad it's over. Thank you.
You know what? I'll bet you that most of the people that listen all the way through to the show think the exact same thing. Oh, I'm so glad this is
Until
over.
next week.
Marquise.
Yeah, I'm the same. I feel the same way as Ted.
Mark's had a long day.
What?
I have had a long day.
Traffic, Cubs game.
Dude,
I
you
mean,
know how long it took me
the
to
man
get
needs
home from
the
Wrigley?
man needs a nap.
An
I would
hour-
imagine.
over an hour.
He looks traumatized.
Over an hour to travel.
Cut him loose.
8.5 miles.
Oh, I was going to say 7 miles.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
It's like 8 miles.
That's
yeah.
insane.
Well, it's all city streets. All right. So here's what I'm going to set up. Next week, we are going to have on the show, I believe it's Brad Petrenik from the Great American Beard and Mustache Competition. Yeah, I want you to think about this. The guy we're going to have on is going to be, he's part of a beard and mustache competition that has been held for many, many years. I'm so looking forward to finding out how you can have a beard and mustache competition.
I can't even. You know, it's funny. I cannot grow a beard. I mean, the
What are
best.
you talking about? You grow-
No, the best I ever got
Are
was
you-
like it's like
how
it's
drunk
like-
are you?
No,
You-
no,
you
no, I'm
have
saying
a
it's like-
beard
no,
right
no, No, but it's
now.
like whiskers. I mean, not like a luxurious beard like Mark has.
I don't
can't
have a
grow-
luxurious
I
beard. And
couldn't
second
grow-
of all, you just shave it like after 2
No,
weeks.
I know. I just think I can't grow like a full beard. It's just
Yes, you
like
can.
whiskers. Yeah, I can't grow it like. I mean, oh, maybe I should try one
We
time.
talk about
You
like,
got to give it time.
Are you
Oh.
talking about
How much time?
It takes time.
I mean,
Some people longer than others, but you can't
Okay.
shave for a couple months.
oh, I mean, a couple of months. It's just like just more whiskers. It's not even like it's just like patchy stuff.
Ted, you
Anyway.
realize you have a decent beard.
Yes.
What-
He-
can
I
you
don't
grow-
know
can
what
you
he's
grow a beard?
talking about. This
No, I
guy.
cannot grow a beard.
He can grow
I
a
literally-
full beard.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
I
We've all-
know.
Mark,
Yeah.
you've seen it and I've seen it. Ted
There's something
doesn't.
wrong with
you,
him.
you realize Ted does not own a mirror, right? Yeah.
Have you? Have
so
you
he
ever
doesn't
had,
know
have you ever
he's.
had a mustache?
No, I've never had a mustache. Who would have a mustache? Are you kidding me? Yeah, my dad had a mustache, but no, I would look like I honestly,
Oh, you would look even more evil.
honestly, if I grew a mustache, I would not be around me. I could not own a mirror if I grew a mustache.
Hey, Movember's right around the corner.
What's Movember?
Where you grow a mustache.
No, no
That would
fucking
be
way.
awesome.
No, I would.
Now you got me pumped up. Now I'm thinking about just letting this grow to see what happens.
I don't know why you
So,
wouldn't.
Yeah. So
Your
Yeah.
buddy Ken grew a beard. We didn't recognize him.
Who's Ken?
Kenny O. Remember we saw him at Mel's Barbecue? Ken used to go on a golf outing with us.
Oh man, Ooh, I can't say anything, but yes, no. Ken grew a beard.
Yeah, Ken
Yeah.
looked good. Ken had a good beard too.
He actually had a good beard.
It was a great beard.
Yeah, Teddy, you.
But
you've
he never had a beard. I mean, he always was like good-looking guy, clean shaving, and he grew this fucking great beard. And you look at him, you go, I would never guess that Ken could grow a beard like that, and he did. And now,
So
and
are you
you're-
saying he could win?
I'm saying Ted is the same way. Ted can grow.
yeah, but not nothing like you. I mean, it might be okay, but
No,
nothing
I
like.
mean, my beard is not that great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Can you
but-
grow it like down
I
to
don't
here? I mean,
know.
if you grow it down here and you get braided, that's a good beard.
Are you saying like
Yeah,
a
but the
ZZ Top? Is your definition of a good beard if you look like you should be like a lead guitarist in ZZ Top?
I'm assuming whoever's ever going to win that contest has some type of beard that is definitely substantial.
I think there's a lot. Well, I know for a fact that there's a lot of different things in this competition
Yeah.
that aren't just like having the largest beard.
Well, I want to hear about what this individual has to say. What constitutes a good beard?
You know what,
It's
Ted?
it's coming up tomorrow.
I want to see.
Yeah, Ted. If
Not
you
tomorrow.
if you tune in next week, okay? I know you won't remember it.
I'll look
but
it up. I'll
but
look
if
it
you
up.
if you're on the show next week,
I'll turn on the show.
yeah, and then you
look.
listen a few days later, you'll be able to know what you said and what you heard and what he said. Yeah, I guarantee it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mark,
Yeah.
it's a challenge.
Okay.
It's a challenge. All right,
The gauntlet has been
it has been dropped.
laid. Or
Actually, you know what? I wouldn't even drop a gauntlet for Ted. You know what I would do? I would throw the gauntlet like over the fence.
What is a gauntlet exactly? Is that like the?
Ted,
what
is
do you
that like
describe? I don't
is
know-
that like
I
a
don't know what
trebuchet?
you're
Is that
talking
like a
about.
trebuchet?
Ted, you know what?
Is a trebuchet like a gauntlet?
You know what? And that's why, Ted, and that's why you're a shitty golfer.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have no idea what a gauntlet is, and you're going to lose. All right. Everybody keep listening. Have fun. We will see you guys next week when we are talking about beards and mustaches, and Ted gives us another great tip. Until then, enjoy.
Do you stand